Hey guys, this is Seamus Johnson, my lawnmower repair guy. Today we got a D110 John Deere machine here. The problem that the customer's having is that it won't steer. You turn it, see, it's clicking. All it does is it gets clicked and it won't steer. Basically what's happened is that the bushings are worn out down there on the steering sector gear, possibly the steering shaft too. And what happens, it creates space in between both those pinion gears and the sector gear. So when you turn, it clicks. Also, that can be caused from getting dirt and sand up inside there, not maintaining your machine, not greasing the front end. When you don't grease the front end, the steering gets harder, it gets a lot more stiff, and it's a lot more pressure on those gears down there. If you don't service your machine the correct way, if you don't grease the front end, if you don't keep the machine clean and a lot of sand get down up inside there, that'll cause that to click. It's just clicking. It won't even move. So we're going to get into it. The first thing you want to do, as always, before you go try and get parts, you want to always locate your model number, which is going to be right behind the left rear tire. Get your model number, get a picture of that, take it with you to the dealership, tell them what's going on, and they should know what parts you're going to need if you tell them, if you explain it to them. So the first thing you want to do is you want to drop that deck down. Take the deck off, pull the pins from up here, pull that pin out, pull that out, turn that, put that to the side, another pin up here, pull this pin right here, save those pins, save those clips, another pin right here. This is the pin for the clutch cable, what you call the deck engage cable. Pull that pin out, put that up there, pull that out, push that right there up under, push this cable right here up, and disconnect that. Pull it out of the way so you have some good working room. Take your belt off right here, push it up over this right here, little belt keeper, push it on the other side, push that on up while you're down there. Pull the pin to the front bar. It's the front bar that holds the front end up right here. Pull that out of the way, put that to the side, go to the other side. Taking the deck off is pretty easy. It only takes a few seconds to do it, maybe about a minute at the most. You're going to do the exact same thing over here. Pull this pin up, pop that out, pull the pin out of the front one here, slide it over, pop it on out. And the customer got something here rigged up with some wire to try and get this deflector. I'm going to take this right here off right here too. Pop that off. And just slide the deck from up under it. It's pretty easy. Slide the deck. And there you have the deck off. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how to prop it up so you can get up under there. Also too, it wouldn't be a bad idea to remove this hood. So when you tilt it sideways, the hood don't come off and actually break or snap. These hoods are pretty expensive. They're pretty easy to pull the hood off. You just grab the hood, push it to pull it to the right. I don't know, push it to the left, turn it sideways, and it slides right on out. There it is, your hood is off. Get that hood out of the way. I'll come back in a second. Basically what I done, I got a piece of wood. It's probably about, I don't know, maybe 30 inches long, 33 inches long. Tuck it and just push the machine sideways, tilted it sideways. Therefore you got some good working room up under the bottom down there. Make sure you got it stable, that it don't slide on you, so that dirt ain't going nowhere. Got it tilted to the side. Then we're gonna start taking first we're gonna take off our engine pulley. That's gonna need to come out because we gotta get that the bolt off the front. Then we're gonna take off the little belt keeper down there. So we're gonna start doing that. Okay, we're gonna take our pulley off. This is gonna be a 5/16 bolt down here, or either a 16 millimeter. Take that on out, press your clutch in to loosen the belt, to get the belt from around there. Pull that drive belt back. Now we're finna remove the belt keeper bracket, this little bracket right here. That's gonna be 10 millimeter up top and a 10 millimeter to the bottom. Take that on off, remove that, get that out of the way. We gotta take this rear off because we're gonna need to get to this nut right here. That's gonna be the nut that's causing a lot of the problems. See that slack inside there? That bushing right there, that bushing, that shoulder bolt with the bushing on it, that bushing is wore down because it's metal on metal. Bad idea. I mean, what do you say? Metal on metal and all wore out, sands down there. So we gotta take that off too. That's gonna be our biggest. That's what caused everything. This right here. So we're gonna take that off too. Okay, now that we got the belt keeper bracket off, we want to take off this bolt right here. This bolt in the center. The top bolt is going to be a 1/2 inch. The bottom bolt is going to be a 15 millimeter bolt. So get your wrench up to the top, to the very, very back of that one, and take this here off. That has to come off so we can put the new sector gear plate on. Put that bolt to the side because it's a special bolt. You see it has a shoulder on it. That bolt has to go back up inside there just like that. Okay, our next bolt, the bolt that actually holds the sector gear up in place, that's going to be a 15 millimeter to the top and a 15 millimeter to the bottom. And now we can pull this sector gear plate on down, just like that. It's all down. If you look at this right here, shoulder bolt right here, you can see it's worn out. It's worn out, plus there's a spacer here too. You gotta put it back the exact way. That spacer's there so it don't flex like this right here back and forth. It stays pretty tight so when you turn. I got a new spacer and all that stuff. The next thing we want to do is take off the bolt that goes to the steering shaft. We're gonna replace this gear right here. This is your pinion gear right here. This is that when you turn your steering wheel, this spins around and turns the sector gear, which also controls your steering. It makes your lawnmower turn. If you can look at it real close, you see all those marks right there? That's where it was slipping at right there. It then gouged it all out. I got a whole new gear, all that stuff. This is a 19 millimeter or a 3/4. Gotta hold it from the top. Grab your steering wheel from the top, hold it. Take it on off. Your gear gets pulled right on off. You shouldn't have to beat it. I've had to hit it a couple times in the past to knock it on out of the way, but you shouldn't have to. But just in case you do have to tap on that right there, you want to put your nut back on, a couple threads. You do not want to beat part of the shaft. If you mushroom that head off, you're never going to get that bolt back on. Then you got to buy a whole new steering shaft. You don't want to beat on this shaft right here. So if you got to, tap on it to get that up, put the bolt back on there, and get your hammer or whatever, and just tap it like that right there lightly, and it should come up. I've had to do it before, but you don't want to destroy the head of this right here, steering shaft. So now what you want to do is take that steering shaft, push it up, push it all the way up through the frame, because we got all new bushings that's going to go up inside there. This is the new steering pinion gear right here. This is all OEM from John Deere. That's the part number for it. I got a brand new bolt for the sector gear. That's where your bushing goes at. I got two brand new nylon sleeves. This is for your steering. This is what you're steering. This little bolt, this right here, little bushing right here. I got two of them. One goes up to the top and one goes to the bottom. You'll see it when you pull it out. Brand new sector gear. This is a brand new sector gear OEM from John Deere. This is the part number right here. This is for the D110. And this is the bushing we have right here for the steering sector gear when I showed you earlier right here. This is the part number that I'm using right here for the D110, the 42-inch cut. I'll show you what it looks like here. This is the bushing right here. That's your bushing that goes up under your sector gear. If you look at this bushing right here, the old bushing, you see where it's done wore at right here. You see that lip right there, see where it wore? It wore like a thin down like a razor blade on the end of that thing. That's how it was wearing down. That's what caused everything right there. That's gonna actually come off like this. And the new one's gonna go just like that right there. Fresh and brand new. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is push this bushing right here on out. It should just push right on out. Just like that. Pops right on out. Then take your other bushing, pop it out of the bag, push it right up through there. I'm gonna go up top and put the other one in. I'll get right back with you. Okay, I got the top bushing in, I got the bottom bushing in right here. The next thing I'm gonna do is take off this sector plate right here, the sector plate that we took off earlier. We gotta take the bolt out of it to put the new one in. All right, we're gonna take this steering, this is the steering drag link right here. That's your steering drag link right there. The top bolt that goes to the top right here, this right here, that's gonna be a 1/2 inch wrench. That's gonna be a 1/2 inch, and the top one's gonna be the nut's gonna be a 17 millimeter. So you gotta get a wrench to hold this so it doesn't turn on you. Just like that, it pops right on out. Just like that. Now we can take the new one and put the new one in. Just like this right here. Take your bolt, put your bolt back on there. Just reverse what you just done. You're ready to tighten it on down. Ready to go, just like that. All right, what I'm gonna do now, grab my sector gear and just stick it back up here and just put it in place. I'm gonna put this center bolt right here back in first. Therefore, it'll just hold that sector gear right there in place a little bit. Take it and twist her on in. Just like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is get my bolt for the sector gear, the one that had the little washer on the side of it. Remember, don't forget this washer right here. It's very important, a little thin washer. It's like a little bushing washer that keeps this whole thing from flexing back and forth when you turn. It keeps everything nice and tight. Take it, stick it in the center, put it in place. Go ahead and tie her on down just like this. All right, we're gonna go ahead and tighten down our sector gear. 15 millimeter to the top. The nut up to the top is a 15 millimeter. If I can get it on there. 15 to the top, 15 to the bottom. See how it's going in place? Just like that. She's ready to rock and roll. She's in place now. At least we got her in place. Now we're gonna go ahead and tighten this front bolt right here. 1/2 inch to the top for the nut and 15 millimeter to the bottom for the bolt, or the shoulder bolt. She's on there. There's a little bit of play in it, but it's all parts are brand new, but that's just how they are. I mean, it ain't gonna be nice and tight, super tight, but we got her on there. So now we're gonna try and set the front wheel so we don't have to actually pull the steering wheel off to try and set it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get to the front of the machine, straighten the wheels out, then straighten the steering wheel out up to the top, and then put the bottom gear back on. So guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let the machine down. Let's go ahead and let it on down. Let it drop on down. I'm gonna take the steering wheel and center the steering wheel like it's supposed to, nice and straight, just like that right there. Then I'm gonna come to the front. I'm gonna straighten the wheels out. Make sure the wheels are nice and straight. Therefore, it keeps them doing a lot of extra work. If the wheels are nice and straight and your steering wheel is straight, you can almost get that bushing right in place. that steering gear right in place. All right, guys, I got the steering bushing. I guess what, and just take it and just stick it on there. It only goes one way. You see this little this side right here, the notches in it like that in the center. That goes up just like that right there. And you can just basically turn it with your hand to set it. Click one time. All right, guys, I got the steering bushing back on there. I got the pinion gear in there. I got the sector gear in. I got all the linkage back up inside there. Everything looks to be pretty good. Let's get up top and see what we got up top. Well, looks like we're right on it. Looks like we're right on it. I could have done the steering setting a different. If you pop this center right here off right here, there's a bolt in the center. You have to beat this right here steering wheel off, and the teeth in the center is spline gears, a lot more tiny spline gears. Therefore, if it's off, you can set it, you know, real nice and dead center. If you have any issues with it, I could have done that, but sometimes those steering wheels are hard to beat off. I actually had to beat one off so bad one time before that actually broke the steering wheel, so I didn't want to go that route. You can set it from the bottom. It ain't that hard. Just take your time, go one notch at a time, turn the steering wheel until you get it just right. This job right here really is nothing but a 30-minute job. It ain't that bad at all. You need a few tools. Definitely for sure need an impact, 1/2 inch, 14 millimeter, 15 millimeter, 3/4 socket. Then you're ready to rock and roll. But this is how you replace the steering wheel on a John Deere D110. Ain't that hard. Don't let it intimidate you. You can do it. Like my videos, share my videos, and subscribe to my channels. I'll be posting videos almost every single day. I come across a bunch of machines every day, at least 10, 15 machines. So I'll be making a bunch of videos. Like my videos, share my videos, and subscribe to my channel.